Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yanni. I'm back with another video. Before we get into today's video, this video is sponsored by Hergivenhair. They sent me this curly unit. It is a lace front. I made it into a closure type wig just because I like to be able to put it on and take it off. Let's go ahead and get into the sponsored content of this video, and then I'll be back to discuss this Malik Yoba interview with The Root. So Hergivenhair sent me this bomb lace front curly wig, and it comes with wig clips and adjustable strap, and it has 3 wig clips. And this wig was pre-plucked. The only thing I had to do was bleach the knots. I did pluck a little more, but not too much. And it also comes with instructions, step-by-step instructions, and more wig clips and elastic band if I wanted to make another adjustable strap, maybe double it up. So this is what the unit looks like. I went ahead and sewed on 2 wig clips because I'm not going to be gluing this wig on. I don't like gluing my wigs on, you guys. I don't care if it's a lace front or not. So I just wanted to be able to put this wig on and take it off. I didn't want to do the whole glue thing. Plus, I knew I wasn't going to color this wig or anything like that. I knew I was going to try to wear it, you know, as simple and as easy as possible. And also, I was going to have my edges out. So that's what you see me doing. I'm just fixing this unit and I'm making it to where it's more for me and how I want to wear it. So I co-washed this hair and I used Suave conditioner, and the curls just are bouncing right back. To keep this hair hydrated, because it can get a little dry, I would put conditioner, my favorite conditioner, and a little bit of a spray bottle, and I would use that to moisturize the hair to keep that luster in there when the hair curls. So that's what you see me guys doing. That's what you see me doing right now with this, is going in and just, you know, making my curls pop. So I'm just gonna go through and do that throughout this entire wig, and then you guys can see the final results. I'm also going to get my edges together, because my edges, girl, they gotta be together. They gotta be snatched. Okay, we gotta get our edges snatched. Snatched. So that's what I'm doing. I use the black Gots to Be glue gel tube, and that's how I achieve my edges. That's how I always do my edges, y'all. Whenever I want them to be laid and stay in place, I use the black Gots to Be glue gel tube. So yeah, this pretty much completes this part of the video. I'm going to show you the finishing results, and we'll get back into my commentary part of this video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. All information will be down below on this wig unit in the description box, so please check out Hergivenhair. This is Yanni Red approved. I love this wig. It does not tangle. It wasn't shedding too much. This is a perfect curly wig. I have their clip-ins. Their clip-ins are bomb. So maybe you don't want to do clip-ins. Maybe you want to do a wig. This wig is bomb, you guys. So check them out. All information will be down below. Let's go ahead and get back into my commentary. I've been saying this since the beginning of time. Malik Yoba is a whole fraud. I don't want to say I tried to tell you or I told you so. I don't want to do that, because as a black woman, I've been pandered. People pander me all the time. Through marketing, through entertainment, through sales, trying to get sales, through pushing a notion, a message with a hidden personal agenda. I've dealt with this before. So when I saw Malik, that's what I saw. I wasn't trying to bring this man down because he wanted to claim that he was trans attracted. I didn't have an issue with that. I don't even have an issue with the fact that he's not wanting to label himself gay. I don't understand it. If you are rallying up behind a movement that's all about being rebellious and standing in their truth, why can't you stand in your truth and admit that you are gay? I feel, this is my opinion, that he's gay is because when you lay down and you have sex with someone and they have the same body parts as you, genitals, I don't see how that's not gay. So he wants to hide behind the fact that he's not gay and that he's only trans attracted, which also makes me believe that he doesn't really care about the well-being and the emotional being of a trans woman. Within the trans community, I don't feel like he really cares for the well-being. He's all about himself, and he has a hidden personal agenda, and I feel that the personal agenda was to cover up the allegations that he's facing.
Since creating these posts, you received a mixture of support and criticism. On a more serious note, a trans woman by the name of Mariah Lopez Ebony wrote a Facebook post in which she accused you of soliciting sex from her as a minor at ages 13 and 16 years old. So what do you say to that allegation?
I say that, you know, when I heard that, and I didn't actually read it until last Thursday, what she actually said. I don't know the woman, number one.
So you're saying you never met her, you don't know her?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't know her. I have no idea who she is. But I'm familiar with that pain. I'm familiar with that trauma. I'm familiar with people who are crying out for help. I'm familiar with the lack of regard for this population, which is, again, my point. And so when I heard it, for me, to hear something so heinous, right? Number one, and then to see someone post something with no proof of anything, and then to see the world embrace, or a portion of the world embrace it and pass that around, that toxicity speaks to exactly why I do the work that I do.
Soliciting underage trans, that's a big deal, and I feel like that's really being overlooked. And these questions that he's not wanting to answer, or he's not wanting to face these allegations, everyone wants to know, how can we get behind someone that's trying to be the face of a movement and not be honest with us? And that's what I'm not understanding. I've been doing my research on trans individuals, and I've learned a lot, and I look at them completely different. I have a more understanding of where they come from, who they are, and why they are the way that they are. And before doing my research, I didn't have any form of understanding. I was ignorant in a lot of sense, and now that I've done my research on them, I understand them more, I understand them better. Do I still agree with everything? No. Do I still fully understand everything? No. But honestly, it's really not my place to really understand and agree with them wholeheartedly, because it's not my life, it's not my lifestyle. I do understand where they're coming from. Like I said, there were some things that I just still didn't understand, and it was just a matter of form of treatment. Why not fix the brain? Why fix the body? You know, why go through a full-blown transformation when the risks are higher, when maybe taking a look at the brain and curing the brain and treating the brain could fix the problem, you know, to where you do have a correlation with your mind and your senses with your genitals. But that's my opinion. However, if Malik is going to be the face of a movement, I do feel that he needs to address these allegations. Whether it's true or not, he should just simply say it's not true, or no, I was never a part of this, no, I've never done this. I just don't understand why that's so hard for him to do, for him to say. That's the least that he can do, and I think he would have more people on his side. Will we fully agree? No, but I think more people would be on his side. But I think we saw the truth, you guys. I think we saw the truth come out through this interview.
And I had another follow-up point to that, since you added on. What would you say to people who feel that even in this allegation, you are centering yourself in regards to being someone who stands up for a community? I think that's the way that a lot of people would perceive that, bringing up the famous people who have done great things in civil rights, and you centering yourself in the middle of an allegation.
Yeah, you know, this is a bullet wound, right? We're on 45th Street in Broadway. I got shot 5 blocks from here at the age of 15, right? So a quarter of an inch over, I would have been paralyzed from the neck down. A half inch over, I'd be dead. So since January 18th, 1983, I've never taken a second for granted to be alive. I'm very, I can't even count how many people are no longer here that I grew up with.
I felt like the Breakfast Club let us down with the interview that they conducted on their platform. You can tell it was very political. You could tell people were really afraid to say what they really wanted to say, and it really wasn't a safe space for conversation. I think that's why that video has more thumbs down than it has thumbs up. It was too political, and it was almost like they couldn't have freedom of speech within that space of understanding and the safe space of conversation when it comes to the trans conversation or the LGBTQ as a community. And I thought that was whack, okay? And it's like, how are we supposed to gap the misunderstanding or gap the confusion if we can't be honest with one another? The guy on the roof, the person that conducted the interview, was asking the questions. He asked all the questions that I wanted to know, and I'm like, why is it that Malik is all about physical attraction? He never talks about the well-being and the emotional well-being of a trans woman. He always focuses on the fetish, and it's more of a fetish to him. And see, when I did my trans video, another thing that I wanted to point out was I was getting a lot of comments from people that were saying, oh, you feel threatened by trans women. And no, it wasn't that. I felt bad for trans women because a lot of these men only see you to be a fetish. I know what it's like to be viewed as a fetish. Having a big butt, being curvy and growing up shapely, I know what it's like to only be viewed as a fetish and not being taken seriously and not being taken care of emotionally. And that's the thing that lacks when it comes to Malik and his whole notion and message. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't come across genuine to me. So with that being said, when I look at Malik, I look at my personal life and I'm like, I can relate because it seems like he's just attracted to them, but he doesn't really care for them. And that's the message, that's the vibe that I get from him in his interviews. A fetish, that does not equal love. A fetish, and I've said this so many times on my platform, like I said, growing up shapely, a fetish does not equal love. A fetish does not equal someone caring for you. There's a huge difference. Another thing that I want to point out, the host that hosted the interview, he also asked, he said, how do you feel about the allegations that you're facing, the type of allegations that you're facing, and also trying to be the face of that movement? Isn't it a little suspicious?
I understand. So moving forward with this, to kind of rally out, fill out the rest of these questions before we move forward. Since this allegation too, if you search your name on social media, some sex workers have come forward saying that you've long solicited sex from trans women, and because of this, you've been criticizing for fetishizing trans women and not having intimate and loving relationships with them. So what would you say to that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So we've gone on social media and we found people who have said this, and so
social media now is the truth. That's the
people who have
repository.
faces,
Yeah.
their faces on it. So we were just asking if you had anything to say about that. Okay, so going on to, what do you say to trans black women who say that you're centering yourself and that you're being opportunistic and focusing on your attraction as opposed to their issues, and without proving that you're ready to do the work? So what would you say to that?
Like I said in my first video, I feel that he was trying to get ahead of this. He was trying to get ahead of the allegations, and now he has really caught himself in some serious shit because people are seeing him for who he really is. Do I really agree if they sat down for 4 hours going over the questions about what they were going to be talking about? I don't really agree with being ambushed during an interview, but I'm glad it happened because it was for a great cause. Because I feel like he's definitely being fraudulent. Now, being ambushed during an interview, to be asked about like maybe a past relationship that you had with someone, or a divorce or a marriage or something like that, that's completely different. But he's facing some serious allegations, and people just want to know the truth, because us supporting him and being the face of something so serious and life-changing for so many people, I think it needs to be looked into and not overlooked. So that's my opinion when it comes to this Malik Yoba situation. Like I said, a fetish is not love. A fetish is not someone caring for you. A fetish is not someone looking out for your well-being. They are simply all for themselves. They don't care about you. And that's the thing that threw me for a loop when I made my trans video, and so many trans people were saying, oh, you're threatened. And I'm like, I don't see how I would be threatened when a lot of these men that you claim that I'm so threatened over have a fetish for you and not love for you. Like, there's a huge difference. I think that's being overlooked, and we need to talk about that. We need to talk about the men who have fetishes but don't care.
So you and I sat for 4 hours the other day.
Correct.
And we decided how we were going to approach this.
We decided how we were going to approach this,
bro.
We went through a number of questions.
We decided how we were going to approach this.
And we said actually recording, and the more you talk, the worse it looks for you. So what I'm asking is that we're having a conversation.
What did you say?
I said the more that we're talking, the more I'm just concerned. So I'm generally concerned. I said that the more that it looks bad for you. That's
really?
What I'm saying. Yes, sir.
This looks bad for me.
Yes, because I'm asking you a number of questions.
We're done, bro.
Okay.
We're done. It looks bad for me because I chose to come here and speak to you about what you do and what I've done. It looks bad for me. It's a setup. I don't like this.
Okay.
We said that we were going to focus on policy.
And we did, and we also said,
allegations,
and we
I don't appreciate this at all.
And no, we had a conversation about a wide range of things.
Shit at all, homie.
Questions did feel like they
I don't. This is not. We fucking discussed for 4 fucking hours. You understand allegations, homie?
Okay.
The fuck is wrong with you?
It's starting to just.
The fuck is wrong with you?
There
We
are.
sat for 4 fucking hours. We sat for 4 fucking hours. We sat for 4 fucking hours. And you gonna stand some fucking allegations? Fuck you.
I think that's why a lot of these women, or trans women, are coming up missing or murdered, is that these men, they're all out for a fetish. And that was another thing that I realized when I watched Pose. A lot of the men that were sleeping around with these sex workers who were trans, it was all for the sake of a fetish, but they would want to go home to their family at night because they still wanted to live their normal life. And I think that's so effed up. So for me to feel threatened, no, I feel sorry, because I feel compassion. I feel empathy for you guys, because that's not any type of way to live, to only be viewed as a fetish and to only be viewed as a toy, and for a man to just go home to his family. How is that fair to you? So that's all that I have regarding this video, you guys. Comment down below, what are your thoughts on this Malik Yoba situation? Comment down below, do you think the allegations are true? Hopefully the truth will come out. I believe that he's a fraud. I believe that he's holding a lot of truth back from when he's conducting these interviews. And that's just my opinion. Comment down below how you feel, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so that you're notified for when I upload, and also check out Hergivenhair. I'll make sure to leave all information down below in the description box, and I'll catch you in my next one.